everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll learn how to play the piano accompaniment of Halle Bailey's Angel in its original key of F minor. Which has 4 flats: A flat, B flat, D flat, and E flat. For reference, here is middle C. The intro begins like this. The intro is only played with the right hand, and our first chord is F minor. We'll play the second inversion by playing A flat, F, and C, and this is played 3 times. Our next chord is C7 with B flat, E, and C, played once. Next we have F minor again, in root position with C, A flat, and F, played 4 times. Next we have B flat minor, second inversion, with D flat, B flat, and F, played 3 times. Next we have F minor with C, A flat, and F, played once. Next we have G major. With our second inversion, we'll play B, G, and D, played twice. Then we have C7, where we'll play B flat, G, E, C, E, and G. So again, we have F minor, C7, F minor, B flat minor, F minor, G major, and C7. And now with the pedal, we'll call this chord progression P1, and this is played once for the intro. For the first verse, we'll play with both hands. On the left, we have F, G, A flat, B flat, A flat, G, C, and E. F, G, A flat, B flat, A flat, G, C, and E. And with hands together, on the right hand, we are playing the same pattern as we have in the intro. The only difference here is that we are playing with our left hand as well for a fuller sound. We'll call this chord progression P2, and it is played twice for the first verse. This is what the pre-chorus sounds like. For our first chord, we have D flat major. On the left, we have D flat, and on the right, we have D flat, F, and A played together. Our next chord is A flat major. On our left hand, we have A flat. On our right, we have C, E flat, and A flat together. Our next chord is C major. On the left, we have C, and on the right, we have C and E played together. For C sus4, we have C and F on the right, And for C5, we have C and G on the right. Let's try that again. We'll call this chord progression P3, and it is played twice for the pre-chorus. This brings us to our chorus, where we'll play the same chord progression as our first verse, except we'll play octaves with our left hand, with F, G, A flat, B flat, A flat, G, C, and E. And so we'll play this chord progression twice for the chorus. This brings us to our second verse, where we'll play chord progression P2 once. Next is our pre-chorus, where we'll play chord progression P3 twice. For the second chorus, we'll play chord progression P2 twice. Alternatively, instead of playing what we had played before in our first chorus, we can add more fullness to our chord progression by varying our left hand. On the left, we can play F, C, F, G, A flat, F, A flat, F, B flat, F, B flat, A flat, G, D, C, and E. Now with hands together, we have this. Let's repeat that again. This way of playing our chorus adds more interest in our playing. This brings us to the bridge. Our first chord is F minor. On our left, we have F. On our right, we have C, F, and A flat played together. Next is B flat major. On our left, we have B flat. On our right, we have D, F, and B flat played together. Next, we have B flat minor slash D flat. On our left, we have D flat. On our right, we have D flat, F, and B flat played together. Next is C major, C sus4, C5. Let's try that again. We have F minor, B flat major, B flat minor slash D flat, C major, C sus4, and C sus5. Alternatively, we can add a passing note right before we play B flat minor slash D flat. We'll play C right before our B flat minor slash D flat. Let's play that again. We'll call this chord progression P4, and it is played twice for our bridge. Finally, for our final chorus, we'll play chord progression P2 twice. This time, we'll play single notes with our left hand instead of octaves. Consider subscribing for more tutorials. Here are some of my other tutorials that may interest you.